Now, memories of the Taliban rule previously in Afghanistan is, of course, haunting the people. Remember that last time around, Taliban was finally removed in 2001 after US troops stepped in. Here's a brief explainer on exactly what the Taliban stand for. How did it start off as a movement in the country?
Complete collapse of Afghanistan government. Taliban takes control of Afghanistan as destruction, violence and cry for help echoes from every corner of the country. But why and who are the Talibans? For the unversed here, Taliban means students in Pashto language. The group was formed in 1990s by Mullah Muhammad Omar in northern Pakistan soon after Soviet troops withdrew from Afghanistan. With an assurance of restoring peace and security in Afghanistan and aiming at enforcing strict Sharia law, the terror group Taliban gradually gained control of most parts of the country by 1996 and ruled for about 5 years, overthrowing then-President Burhanuddin Rabbani's government. But later on, in 2001, the group was uprooted by the US forces when US-led military coalition invaded Afghanistan, hunting Osama bin Laden right after the 9/11 attacks, because we know the Al-Qaeda was allegedly harbored by the Taliban. This led to the collapse of the Taliban regime, and soon after, founder of Taliban went into hiding. Few years later, Muhammad Omar's death was confirmed, and now the terror group is being headed by Hibatullah Akhundzada. Since 2018, the Taliban has been in talks with the United States and managed to strike a deal with the Trump government, which means that the US troops will leave Afghanistan, giving Taliban an opportunity to seize power yet again. With US President Joe Biden putting an end to the 20-year-old conflict by pulling out the US troops in May 2021, leaving the country abandoned, Joe Biden says that he stands by his decision. So what happens in this Taliban rule? Taliban, which gained popularity and support from a portion of population because of its promise to eradicate corruption and crime, gradually became notorious with the view to implement strict Sharia law. Under the first period of its ruling, Taliban had banned television, music, cinema. In the name of Islam, under Sharia law, women were being oppressed and were not allowed to move out without a male companion. Women were required to be covered in burqa from head to toe. Girls aged 10 years or above were not allowed to attend schools. With public execution of convicted murderers and amputation of those found guilty of theft, Taliban is accused of various human rights and cultural abuses. Marriage of girls less than 16 years was encouraged, and Amnesty International reported that 80% of marriages in Afghanistan was forced. Stoning for adultery, execution for wearing tight clothes are some of those examples of Taliban's punishment. In fact, various reports have emerged of Talibanis going door to door to prepare a list of women aged between 12 and 45 years who were then forced to marry Islamic fighters. With Taliban now returning to power in Afghanistan once again, we are reminded of all those horror stories, and we're only hoping that history does not repeat itself.